Okay.
We got ya.
Wasn't planned at all. So yeah, would you like to pitch your own? I guess.
Yeah, let's pitch.
Do you want to do a shark movie? Do you want to do a thriller?
Do you want to do a shark movie or do we like a serial killer movie? I don't know. A serial killer who's obsessed with squirrels.
A serial killer who's obsessed with cereal.
Yes.
They call him the Nesquik Man. The Shreddy. Mr. Shred. His name is Mr. Shreddies. No, his name is Bruce Shreddy.
Bruce Shreddy. It doesn't. He changes his name based on the cereal.
Based on the cereal they eat. Yeah.
So he travels from town to town with boxes of cereal in the back. Like whenever it cuts to the back of his car, he's got like row upon row. You know those tiny cereal boxes, like the travel ones you could get? He's just got loads of those.
Yeah. Though it's just enough to kind of like to cover your hunger pangs, but almost not enough. You almost kind of want to go into the next box,
but
then that might be a bit too much.
Yeah. But that represents, for him, the killing, like it satisfies him for a little bit, but then he just has to kill again. So that's why he uses the small cereal boxes.
I am almost certain, levels. I'm almost certain there is a movie out there called The Serial Killer, and
there probably is, but ours is going to be better.
But we won't call it that. We'll call it something else. It will come to us.
Time. That's more of us. That's more of the tagline, isn't it?
Yeah. All right. So who's going to play? Let's find our leading man, who is like a Jai Courtney type.
Okay, I'll have a think. While I'm thinking of it, though, I definitely think when this movie comes out, we should have early morning screenings where people can bring in their own bowls of cereal. Or you can buy your own mini box.
It'll be like Saturday morning cartoons where you just
Saturday
got
morning cartoons, but with horrific violence. No blood on the floor, though. We want that 15 rating.
Yeah, we might as well just make it a 12,
Should we have a really meta bit where it cuts to him and he's like scrubbing the floor, and he's like, "You don't want any blood on those floors."
And he winks, and then like there's a bunch of like businessmen with a BBFC badge on.
You've got us.
You've got us this time.
Do we want a Jai Courtney type, or do we want a sort of different type?
In an ideal world for you, I reckon that you would love. Well, for me, I would love to be able to have a redemption role for Sam Worthington.
Because so he's the killer.
Because you hate him.
I don't hate him.
You don't like him in his live action roles.
He's a nice guy. I hate his work.
You hate his work. Have you ever seen him in an interview?
No.
He is. He's got manic golden retriever energy. He's just.
Oh, okay.
There was an interview where he did like. I think it was one of those ones where celebrities compare British snacks versus US snacks, and it was him and Zoe Saldana from Avatar, and they were promoting the new Avatar, and he just seemed like a big kid. It was like.
Okay.
They gave him some
Then
sodas.
Why is that energy never on screen?
Right. So I think he has the energy, but he's not landed the role. So maybe he could be this version's Jai Courtney. Give him a serial killer role,
Okay.
And in this instance, an actual serial killer role.
Loose. Yeah.
Let him cut loose. Maybe you don't want him in it, and if you don't, we can change the guy.
No, I'm happy. Let's go with Sam Worthington.
Yeah.
So why does he travel around? He's a traveling cereal salesman. That's his cover.
Give him his native tongue as well. Let him be Australian.
Yeah.
Stop giving him the fake American accent that he can't do that well. Oh man, that first Avatar is American accent.
Well, it's like there are some films where Liam Neeson is made to do an American accent. I'm just this could work just as well if he had his usual voice.
Yeah, was he American in Taken?
I think so.
I think he was doing American, but for the longest time I thought he was American because he kept doing it. And then when I heard him speak Irish, I was like, oh, okay,
yeah.
And that was before I watched Michael Collins. Man, that movie, Film Studies 101. Did you ever watch Michael Collins?
Michael Collins. No, I've seen Danny Collins and Michael Clayton. So does that work? Those two together? Are they the same thing?
Yeah, why not? Anyway, Sam Worthington.
Sure. Who should be the people he's after?
Oh, because these movies always
be our survivor. Because
there's always a final girl. They always call them the final girl.
A final girl.
Yeah. I mean, the one
who's gonna be our final girl?
Is this troll back?
You gotta have a final girl.
The thing about final girl.
He's got a cigar as well. You know, boys, you gotta have a final girl. Otherwise, I'm not interested.
He's about 4 feet tall and 10 foot wide, and he's got a pinstripe suit.
Yeah. Custom made.
I don't know.
Hey, this is a shark fin suit, okay? Shark skin. No one's making suits out of cereal, okay? You gotta intrigue me, fellas. Where's your final girl?
Sipowitz. What say you?
That's his secretary. Hey, Sipowitz. Hey, Sipowitz, you want to play a final girl? I keep telling you, troll, I'm a guy. Hey, yeah, but you want to play a final girl, right? You want to make it in Hollywood.
How about it's not a final girl, but it's a final mascot. One of the mascots from
so he dresses them up.
The Nesquik rabbit, Captain Crunch.
So is this like animated?
Tony the Tiger? No, it's not animated.
Is this what is it? Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Sure, yeah. Why not? That's what's going to bring it down from a 15 to a 12.
Bring your kids.
Cartoons.
Hey, you heard about these things called cartoons? Yeah, troll. They've been around literally. They've been around for over a century.
Yeah.
First I seen of them. I want to get in on the ground floor.
Oh. The title of the movie is C, spelled S. Oh, no. It could be just a C, yeah? Dash, real, REAL, killers.
Because we're blending EL.
Yeah.
Real.
Double entendre, film. Triple entendre.
Triple entendre.
You know, we were talking about cereal. You're seeing the real.
Yeah.
The movie.
The animated movie. He's killing.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We've done it.
Works. This is our best pitch.
Welcome to Shouting Pitch, guys, where our pitches get greenlit straight away.
Our pitches dig ditches, baby. Whatever that means.
Okay. So he's
going after cereal mascots, right?
Yeah. Nesquik Bunny, Tony the Tiger, Captain Crunch. Who's the one that goes first? Obviously, it's Captain Crunch. It's got to be Captain Crunch.
Yeah, I think he's the elder statesman of the mascot world. So there's worldwide shock. We'll have one of those like news story montages.
Mm-hmm.
Shock around the world as Captain Crunch found decapitated in his home. More at 11.
And you know what I think it should do? The transition of the scene when it gets should
be terrifying.
When Captain Crunch gets moided and it goes to the next scene, the sound design crunch into the next scene.
You could have the sound of each cereal. So when he kills whoever the Shreddy mascot is, it's just a really wet because they get moist really quickly, don't they?
Can we get the Snap, Crackle, and Pop kids to be the Hardy Boys of this? They're the detectives.
They can be the ones solving. Yeah. So you could have them solving it. So you could have the cross-cutting between those three solving it, and then whichever mascot is surviving.
Yeah.
Who is the Shreddy mascot? Is it just? It's just the old ladies, isn't it, from the adverts?
Shreddy. Who knit the Shreddies?
Who knit them?
There used to be one, didn't there? The shredded Frosties man. Oh no, that's Tony the Tiger.
Sounds horrific.
I'm getting these all confused. I'm getting my wires crossed. There's who else is there? There's
and then you could have guess why I'm so old, because I'm always the final girl. That's how she survives.
Yeah.
She's got wits about you. Think she's just hello dearie, I'm just knitting some shreddies, but she's switched on. She knows what she's doing, and she can use her knitting needles.
That's right. Final
use
lady.
the knitting needles to unpick the locks. And then stab Sam Worthington in the eye.
I can just imagine, the Shreddy's knitting lady just tied up on a bed, but it's actually she's tied up by her own yarn.
By what she uses to
There's
make
gotta
moves,
be a way out of this. And then
but she eats her way.
Or she's got the knitting needles in her hair, kind of like that trend of putting chopsticks in her hair.
Yeah. Sure.
It's like, I forgot I had these.
You just put like pencils or like sticks that you found at the forest, or just like
something like that.
Like fossilized turds, whatever you found on the ground. You just used it to tie your hair up.
Who else? We've got the Count Chocula. He's one of them, isn't he?
Week-old asparagus. Yeah, Count Chocula. That could be a great death sequence. Like you see the shadow go over him. Oh!
So what happens to the Nesquik buddy then?
So stupid. Sorry.
I've
got a very vivid image of Count Chocula's death. It's very stupid.
That's gonna be in the thumbnail, huh?
And by then, as a viewer, you know that the crunch means that they're dead. So we don't show him dying. We just hear like blah, blah,
crunch. Sam Worthington, ladies and gentlemen, he's the one doing all this. Oh, we've lost Matthew.
That's a funny
image.
Stupid.
It's a funny image, Matthew.
It is.
How do we kill off the
How does he
Nesquik?
kill off each one then?
Oh, he eats them.
Is there a certain way? Oh, like he just eats the mascot.
Yeah, bites his head off, like how Ozzy Osbourne bit off the bat during one of the shows.
I didn't know if we were going to do like the serial themed death, or
it could be. Well, he has a spoon instead of like a knife, right?
Yeah.
Instead of Halloween's knife or Psycho's knife, he's just gets the spoon.
Yeah.
Spoons his brains out.
Oh, found. Yeah. Found posed. Posed eating.
He turns their heads into a cereal bowl and he eats the brains out because that's the way that he thinks he can consume their powers.
Now I can make Captain Crunch.
Yeah.
And then he leaves the hollowed out head of the mascot on a table made up as if it's breakfast time. And he leaves the cereal of his next prospective victim inside the head as like a message. Like Shreddy's lady, I'm coming for you.
Yeah. And how does she get out of it? She ends up stabbing him in his head with her knitting needles.
So she eats her way through the Shreddy's thing that's holding her hands up, and then she uses the knitting needle to do the lock.
Yeah.
Uses the other needle, stabs Sam Worthington in the eye.
But that doesn't
quite
kill him.
No, because he's got two eyes, you see.
You know those the classic strangling the person scene where, they have to kind of like try and get them until they fall unconscious. Well, she does it with the yarn of the Shreddy's yarn.
She knits like a double strength line. But he fakes it. So you think he's passed out.
But ultimately, he has to have a taste of his own medicine, right? She gets a hold of the spoon.
Eats his brain?
Well, no. She doesn't eat the brain, but she uses his weapon against him. So she gets hold of the spoon. Right. And she has to have a very witty one-liner about cereals or spoons or something.
Yeah,
or Shreddies.
We'll come up with something.
Shred this. Yeah. No, that's terrible.
Shred this.
See these? See this spoon?
Cereal later.
Spoon this.
No. Spoon. You're spooned.
You have just been spooned.
You have just been spooned.
Eat my spoon. And then
any of those will work.
Eat this.
Yeah.
Crunch this.
Crunch this. I don't know.
Snap, crackle, and pop. And then.
Yeah, because that can be when the two stories converge. So you think she's got the upper hand, and then Sam Worthington gets the upper hand, and then you think, oh my God, he's going to kill her and consume her power. And then Snap, Crackle, and Pop show up.
Yeah.
They jump in through the window. Snap, crackle, pop.
They're also doing karate.
And he's like trying to wave them away because they're tiny, aren't they?
They're tiny, yeah. Oh, gosh. If this doesn't get Sam Worthington an Oscar, I don't know what will.
I've always said he's a great actor.
And that's the end of the movie. See Real Killers. Or See Real Killer.
See Real Killer. Yeah.
Coming to a theatre
So it's
near
a
you.
mixture of animation and murder.
I think we should stop selling this to Don Simpson because he's dead, right?
Okay.
And we start going for the...
Controversial take, for sure.
Controversial take. It is Don Simpson, right? That was the one that passed away. Jared Bruckheimer, I don't know. He's off doing...
Who's big in animation?
Who's big in anime?
Walt Disney. He hasn't done anything for a while.
Walt Disney, we're coming for you.
Yeah. Forget Don
in
Simpson.
Your cryogenic chamber. He's frozen, right? That's what they say.
Gets unfrozen. Chatting pitch.
Sold.
Must consume chatting pitch.
His actual final words are, chatting bitch, you have sold a brilliant idea to me.
You have the power.
Yeah. Somehow
I suggest another one-liner.
Somehow he's speaking, even though he hasn't defrosted quite yet. He's just still... He's half thawed.
Yeah, it's like, is he like spending a lot of time thinking? Like, no, he's still frozen.
Yeah. It's like that
he's
moment...
in a new suit. It's just his body.
It's like when Smithers gets burns out of his cryogenic chamber for Lisa's wedding. And he hasn't quite fully thawed.
He's got like the ice coming up. Yeah.
And then he puts him in the chair and he just breaks in half. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's it, isn't it? We did it.
Yeah.
Knocked it out of the park. What a movie.
What a movie, and what an actual movie. Dangerous Animals. Highly recommend.
Yeah. See you next week for another Tales of the Sea.
Tales of Cereal.
Chatting Pitch has been brought to you by Leslie Way and Matthew D. Smith. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to listen to others and maybe even subscribe. You can follow us on the website, formerly known as Twitter.
Listen to us on Spotify or wherever else you listen to podcasts. Leslie and Matthew have their own side hustles as well. Feel free to check out Leslie's YouTube channel or Matthew's Medium blog. Links in the description. If you want anything else, we might have other links in the description if we think of anything interesting to add. Thank you for listening. I love you.